Have you ever been on a date where everything was going great until one simple question flipped the entire vibe? She leaned back, crossed her arms, and said, "You should date a man then." Now, imagine hearing that from someone you just picked up, opened doors for, paid for their date, and shared laughs over chess. And all because I asked one simple question. Do you consider yourself a feminist? Let me take you back. Earlier this year, I went on a date with a beautiful European girl. She had this calm, graceful energy, feminine, soft-spoken, curious, the type of woman you actually want to build something with. I had everything planned. Pick her up, open the door, play chess over tea at a sophisticated spot in Ann Arbor, Michigan. And everything was flowing. She was telling me about her recent trip back to Europe. I was soaking it all in, present, confident, calm, all of that good stuff, you know. Then she made a side comment about the Bible sorority girls at her school. She found them annoying and too conservative, if you will. That was my first signal. I could have ignored it, but I listened, not to argue, but because I actually wanted to know more about how she thinks. See, that's what real charisma is. It's not about hiding how you feel or trying to be chill. It's about being alive, in the moment, responding fully and letting things land. But I will admit, the timing of what I said next, that's where I made a mistake. We were deep into conversation, talking about her dreams and where she sees herself in 5 years. And I got curious, not to judge, not to corner her, but because I wanted to understand the tension I had felt earlier in the conversation. So I asked, "Are you a feminist?" She looked at me and said, "Of course, everyone should be." I nodded and said calmly, "I get that. But I think modern feminism sometimes feels less about equality and more like resentment toward men." Pause. Her body leaned back and her energy shifted. She felt attacked, and I could see it. She said something about reproductive rights and inequality, and I listened. I really did. Not once did I raise my voice. I didn't argue. I didn't dominate. I held firm and stayed curious. But here is what I realized in that moment. You can be curious and respectful and still trigger someone's identity. You are not responsible for their emotional regulations, but you are responsible for how you handle the tension. As she got more emotional, I felt a sense of clarity, not frustration, not shame, just presence. She started spiraling. "This is so disappointing," she said. "You don't care about women. You should date a man then, come on." You know what I did? Nothing. No begging, no chasing, no backpedaling like I would have 2 years ago. I looked her in the eyes and said, "I'm sorry this ruined the vibe. I didn't bring this up to offend you. I just wanted to have a conversation." She called an Uber. I walked her out and told her to take it easy. And then I got in my car and drove to the Detroit game alone. And I was proud because I didn't fold. I didn't become what I thought she wanted me to be. 30 minutes later, my phone buzzed. It was her. She texted me, apologizing. She said she overreacted and appreciated the date and how I handled everything. Now see, that would have never happened if I had begged her. That apology would have never come if I had tried to rescue the moment. And that's when it hit me. Respect is earned not in what you say, but in what you don't say. Real attraction isn't about being liked. It's about being grounded in who you are, even when it costs you the outcome. A few years ago, I would have broken down after that date. I would have panicked, blamed myself, and overanalyzed every word. But now, I laugh. Not because it wasn't real, but because I didn't lose myself. You know what's absurd? We spend so much time trying to avoid rejection that we forget how attractive it is to be unshaken by it. You want to be magnetic, then stop playing it safe. Stop seeking approval. Stop folding under pressure just to keep your chance alive. You shine the most when you are grounded in who you are, even if the person in front of you storms out. Someone just walked by. I'm talking like a preacher now, it's crazy. What I want you to walk away with is this. You don't need more overthinking. You don't need more validation. You need more clarity on who you are and the courage to stay rooted in that, no matter how she reacts. Because when you do, that's when you become the man she can't ignore. That's when your presence speaks louder than your words. That's when you become a man who attracts by who he is, not who he pretends to be, my brother. Keep that in your mind. Don't forget that. If you're tired of overthinking, if you're tired of shrinking, if you're tired of changing who you are just to be liked, then apply to work with me, my brother. Inside Forged Every Day, I help men become more grounded, charismatic, and high-value communicators without performance or social anxiety. You'll learn how to express yourself, hold frame, and create connection that actually goes somewhere. So click the link in the description, fill out the application, and let's build you into the kind of man who never has to chase respect again, my brother. Train hard, connect deeper. This was a good video. This was a great video. It's sunny outside. It's always sunny when I record. I definitely planned to come here when it was sunny. Anyways, I'm grateful and I'm looking forward to getting more inspirations. Let me know in the comments what topic you want me to talk about and I will get into that. But so far so good. I'm grateful to God for the privilege to be out here in the sun and record and say something that hopefully is of great impact, positive impact. We're not building you to become a narcissist. We're building you to become a man who is non-needy, who doesn't seek approval, who doesn't ask for permission before he actually take action, if you will. So yeah, man, I'll see you in the next video. Let's work on a thumbnail real quick.